for the lols. I did it for the bit. Hi everybody, I'm Para and welcome or welcome back. And today I'm going to be petty. If you're down for that, stay. If you're not, that's fine. You don't have to be. You can go. You can go watch something else. By me or by somebody else. You do you. But if you are down for being petty and want the tea, maybe go get a drink. I have tea, as always. Maybe go grab a snack, and I will see you on the other side. Before we get started properly, I just want to say this video is dedicated to Michelle, so welcome. But I also want to say nobody is to send any hate or even contact the people listed in this video, shown in this video. If I find out you have gone to somebody and harassed them, given them hate, sent them a shitty message, anything, if I find out anything, then I will block you. It is that simple. We don't do that here. Absolutely not. But that being said, if you are going to comment something on my channel, you're going to say that with your full chest, babe. We're not doing this whole petty drama. Well, we are doing petty, but we're not doing the petty drama in the shadows kind of shit. If you say something, you can say it loud, and I will make sure that it is said loud. So maybe think about that before commenting on my channel. Do you want to be put on blast? And also, if I get shitty comments about how this team is the best team ever and how they're definitely not scamming, and about how I'm just jealous of what? Please enlighten me as to what I'm jealous of with these people. But yes, if any team's community decides to give me shit for covering them, I will cover them again. And if I get more shit, I will cover them again. And so on. So the more you comment about how legit or amazing they are, I will keep poking. I will keep digging. I will keep drawing attention to the fact they are not. But with all that being said, you obviously have, I'm not being particularly nice in these comments. I am matching energy. We are matching energy. You come at me shitty, I'm going to come back at you shitty. You want a nice reply from me? Be nice to me. It's not hard. Obviously, you haven't done much homework on paranormal videos because Paranormal Nightmare rocks. What a stupid way to try and watch a really good show. Admittedly, it was kind of stupid. The debuffs, we ditched them. I thought it could be a fun, cool thing. It just, it was more faff than it was worth. I replied, you obviously haven't taken 5 seconds to look at my channel before making a stupid comment because we've ditched the debuffs. Okay, we'll come back to this one. Sorry, but I have to not watch because these guys are the best. They have severe trauma from their childhood and are so faithful to God. Help people, which even the people say that their place is different, not getting attacked anymore. These guys are not fake at all. You should be ashamed of yourself to do this to these brothers. Why don't you stick with fake Zach Baggins? Fucking pot kettle. Paranormal Nightmare, Zach Baggins, basically the same fucking thing. Having severe childhood trauma is not an excuse or a defense for hurting people. Regardless of their intentions, they are hurting people. There is evidence of this. Every time they get caught faking or someone they worked with speaks out against them, they put those videos behind members only to hide it. They know exactly what they're doing and it's sick. Their method is completely based on exploitation. They don't check for or recommend mental or physical health evaluation. Check medications aren't causing side effects. Check wiring or any other external factors, addictions, grief, etc. There are so many reasons someone can think they're haunted without a ghost or entity actually being present. And many of those reasons are serious and need addressing properly. Residential cases need to be handled with care, and they do not do that. And it's also entirely possible for someone to think that they're haunted and not be. Have the brothers go in, and because they think it's fixed, it gets better. Because it wasn't there in the first place. This happens a lot. The human brain is a powerful and fascinating thing. But there have also been families that they've helped speak out because the Foreman brothers didn't actually help or made it worse. And other teams have had to go in afterwards and actually help them in the ways listed above, which actually helped. I am not and will never be ashamed to call out shitty behaviour regardless of what the media illiterate may think of me. And then me and Michelle get into it. But since typing my below comment, or comment below, whatever, this slow down thing has to be the most annoying effing thing I've heard. Who the fuck watches this channel? Agreed. It was really annoying. It was also kind of funny, but it was also really fucking annoying. It was a debuff we did a whole one time, but sure, that represents the whole channel. And then, Michelle, well said, Pebble Heart. So, laughing emoji, whatever. Oh yeah, Michelle has inserted herself all over my comment section. But I'm not sure which one's the long one. Oh yeah, I just saw this comment, so I replied to this. You are amazing, thank you for what you said, they are the best. Heart. To me, sounds like you might be a bit jealous. Of what? I hate that people's main defense is, oh, you're just jealous. But never list what I'm jealous of, what anybody else is jealous of. What are the debunkers jealous of? Please, enlighten us. Because some of us, not me, but some of us are bigger channels than the people that we cover. Like, what the fuck are we jealous of? Because they do check mental health and medications and drug factors around their cases, and they don't go in and blow things up, because a lot of their cases have been recommendations from other paranormal groups that haven't been able to help. And they always follow up after their cases, and they leave the people that they help with a routine to continue. Also, a lot of people that they help are Christian people, and Sean, Josh and Rocky are God-fearing men, so they take a softer approach that they relate to. They are hard-working, humble family men that share their lives with us all through their live videos. They're such loving, good people. They don't fake anything, including their videos, and they don't rip people off. In fact, they spent a lot of time in the past on their old series, Living Dead, to help find people that had gone missing and children that disappear, using the public forum to help. So I couldn't put good Christian people down for helping people. I really think you need to do more research on them, because when you were in nappies, they were investigating. God bless you. Okay, I don't care when they started. Maybe they had good intentions in the beginning. If they did do the Living Dead helping find missing people, children thing, amazing. But one good deed or two good deeds don't cancel out a bad deed. Just because they did and do good things now or in the past doesn't mean that what they're doing now isn't exploitative, isn't shitty, isn't hurting people. Whether they believe what they're doing or not doesn't mean it's not hurting people. I'm not sure where this disconnect is, but apparently a lot of people on the internet have it. Only just seen this, but jealous of what? You won't reply to most of this because you never do. But jealous of what? Again, jealous of what? I'm waiting. People love to throw that defense against criticism, but I'm not jealous of someone actively harming people. I don't give a fuck if they have monetization or a large platform or whatever else you think I'm jealous of. I own what I'm actually jealous of, like Kalani's hair. I'm sorry, but Kalani's hair, I'm going to keep going on about it. Kalani's hair is amazing. Jealous. It's long. It's got texture. It's, what is this? Like, there's no volume in this. Like, can we just be for real? I quoted, they do check mental health and medications and drug factors around their cases, and they don't go in and blow things up because a lot of their cases have been recommendations from other paranormal groups. Both Beardo and Boo Productions, and now me, maybe others too, have categorically proved this false over the years. I don't know where you're getting your information from, but their information came from families actively harmed by your beloved Foreman brothers. And the debunkers and actually legitimate teams had to go in and we help. It feels weird saying we because I'm like this big and I did nothing. But I just mean like as a community or as a sect of the community. And we helped after Paranormal Nightmare went in and made things worse. And then covered it up when it started coming out by shoving the video behind members only, which is a running theme because they did that after a homeowner of a house they investigated and found real evidence came in and admitted she faked her haunting. How are you finding real evidence of a ghost that doesn't exist? Especially when you make the homeowners leave the property while you investigate. Make it make sense. She won't reply to this. I know she won't. I love the Foreman brothers. I've been watching them forever and you can't change my mind on the brothers. Cool. He wasn't a dick. I wasn't a dick back. I don't think. But like, cool. Enjoy your lack of media literacy. I don't care. You do you. If you want to like him. Doesn't affect my day. But when you insert yourself into my channel with your opinion, I'm allowed to interact with that. Okay, cool. I love that YouTube actually shows me some of these comments. What the fuck does SSH mean? Oh, I think church is supposed to be channel. I have no idea what SSA means. Silly sassy attitude, maybe. I have no idea. Yeah, Genesis is apparently kicking off, but I hadn't seen that. Because YouTube just decided to not show me for reasons. But I'll look at your followers and your ridiculous channel, I think, and look at theirs. Who's uneducated? Fake. Uneducated. I probably read more research articles and scientific and medical studies this week than they ever have. And what exactly am I faking? What am I faking? How am I fake? What am I faking? Sounds like someone is just upset I called out their favourite parasocial relationship. They actually help people unlike you and your irrelevant SSA whatever channel. The fuck? A bold assumption, I've never done anything to help people. Also, half your message makes no sense. Because it's all fucking TikTok slang. Sorry, I have a life. The Foreman brothers are not... Imagine being this mad. How many comments has she left? 1, 2, 3... Yeah, 3 I think. Imagine being that mad. 3 separate comments. The Foreman brothers are not fake. I've been watching them for years and they're the most honest fucking men on YouTube. Shut the fuck up and leave them alone. I've called this one out before. Funny. Bless your core gullible heart. If using fake tech and AI for false positives and exploiting mental ill health and families is honest and not fake, then I cannot help you. And then Michelle comes in. Well said. They're not fake in any way, shape or form. They are soldiers of God. Love her. And the media illiteracy grows. I've been watching these 3 brothers for over 10 years and I've never missed an episode, even on the Living Dead series and their Chasing Evil series, where they help families and find missing people, and even their own life was full of paranormal things when they were growing up. And why have you made Sean sound like a moron by slowing it down? For the lols. I did it for the bit. Can we just take a second? Their surname is the Foreman brothers, and there's 3 of them, which is a really petty thing to be mildly annoyed over. But for some reason it screws with my head. If you have a surname like the Foreman brothers, have 4 kids, or Foreman, have 4 kids. Like, 3? You had such an opportunity. You don't have to have 4 kids. I'm being me. But yeah, it just, 3, 4, it confuses me. Not that that's hard. They are Christian brothers that go to everyone's houses that needs them and cleanse their house. They don't fake anything, and they travel hours every week to cleanse people's houses. You have this on slow motion and you're making fun of them. Yes, and that's not funny. So watch one episode properly and you'll see that you look like a fool. The thing is, I've watched episodes properly before and since, and no, I won't. By the sound of it, no one can help you. Jealousy is a curse. We are all judged by the good Lord above, so stop judging people that you know nothing about. You're just making money off of other people by putting them down with nothing to back it up. I feel sorry for you. Greedy people like you should be banned from YouTube. So I replied, it's hilarious when other people project themselves onto me. I'm not jealous of anything except Kalani's hair. We need, at this point, we need a counter for the amount of times, both now and in the future, I mentioned Kalani's hair. And making money is the money in the room with us. Babes, I'm not monetized. But also going back to this comment, which I didn't focus on at the time because whatever. What makes them qualified to go around cleansing people's houses? You know, they're not members of the clergy. They're not priests. They're not all the religious words that have just flooded out of my brain. I have a family member in the church. I can't even remember what his title is. Minister? I think he's a minister. Or he was a minister at some point. He may or may not be a minister. What makes them qualified? Because just being a Christian is not enough to make you qualified to go cleanse people's houses. Are we all just forgetting this? There is a hierarchy in the church, which apparently is not true according to some random dude on Facebook who blocked me. Both I and the Pope are fake news. So, now you know. But there is a hierarchy in the church and you have to go through a shit ton of training to be part of the church and all of this. My family member went through it when I was a kid. I remember going to his award ceremonies and shit. And I don't know what it's like in America, but certainly in the UK you bounce around a lot because you just get put somewhere. You know, just like, yep, you're working at this church now, off you go. And you don't get a choice. But yeah, there's... What makes them qualified? I'm prepared to listen. I'm prepared to learn what makes them qualified. Because just being a Christian does not cut it. Why are they qualified? Because none of these people can ever provide me that answer. And then I also said, Also, Christianity is not the only religion or option, so I don't really care what your God does or doesn't do. Even if that was the only choice, he still allowed us free will, so I'm going to exercise that however I choose, and if he wants to judge me, I have several questions for him myself, because I do. Nothing to back it up, maybe not in this video exactly, other than basic media literacy skills, basic understanding of human behaviour and psychology. And if, of course, oh, I did a typo, oh well. And of course, the rare phenomena of common sense. But I do have actual proof in other videos, but they don't fit your narrative, so naturally, they don't exist to you. This is a theme with Michelle. I'm not your babe, and it just goes to show your character calling someone you don't know that in such a derogatory manner. Sweetie, come on. Are you gonna get on all the Southern Belles calling people honey? Or is it sweetheart, or whatever the fuck they say? Like, babes to me is like bro, or like dude. It's just like, come on. But sure, project whatever you want onto me, because that's all you're capable of, as we will see. I have enough respect not to put other people's religious down, because everyone has the right to choose their God, and when you get to my age, you leave it up to each individual to be judged by their maker when their time is up in this world. But I am not naive enough to think there is nothing after death, or to think people's souls after they die can't communicate with the living. I replied, yet you lack the basic skills and decency required to check if I have indeed done any research into my claims, or even check if I even meet the criteria for monetization before accusing me of both. Your hypocrisy is amusing. I was fucking laughing my head off at this point, to be fair. You don't put other people's religious beliefs down, yet you use yours to dictate what other people can and can't say or do, and also call people naive if they don't believe there is anything after death. Again, with the hypocrisy. Keep talking. The more you do, the more it makes sense. So she replied, I don't have to agree with what you believe, just like you don't have to agree with what I believe. That's why there's a platform like this to give our views, just like you're judging me for what I do, for what I believe in and who I find believable, which completely goes back on what she originally fucking said. So I said, please present proof. Also, she doesn't reply to like 90% of what's actually said. She only replies to what's relevant to her argument and just completely disregards anything else. And the reason I'm showcasing this is because this is the average fan. It's the average, really parasocial fan. And I think this is a fascinating case study, to be honest. You either get the ones that just scream, shout and swear like, was it Genesis? Or you get these ones that are just like, so with their parasocial relationship that you can't get through to them. They can't see it. And it's wild to be that willfully ignorant of anything that does not fit your own narrative. It's just you got blinkers or blinders on and you just can't see anything that doesn't fit your way of thinking and fit your narrative. And to have that level of discomfort with anything that questions your belief system could not be me. I love to play with cognitive dissonance. I love to play with two things that contradict each other and really investigate it and see where I actually fall in that spectrum between what I do and don't believe. I love to do that shit. That's partly why I do this. Because I have covered some teams, like the video that will probably never see the light of day because Kalani put all these videos behind members only, like a day after I filmed, because I covered Kalani at the Sally house. And I was like, I went into it with my semi-open mind. I know a lot of these channels are fake, so obviously that skews my judgment. I cannot help that. And I kept being like, oh, I like this. Oh, I like that. I mean, I'm not a great fan of that, but oh, I like this. And it was actually quite a positive video, and it was really well-rounded as to what would make paranormal teams better. I don't know. I just expected it to be like more of the same shit, and then it wasn't. And yeah, I have reached out to Kalani being like, please, can I still publish this video even though all your videos are now behind members only? I don't think he's ever going to get back to me. I don't think that video is ever going to see the light of day. But if you have an in with Kalani, please help, maybe? Anyway, back to this bullshit. Please present proof of where I said you had to agree with my belief system. You can't because I didn't. Just like you've ignored everything I have said that didn't benefit your case, whereas I've replied to all your points. But as I'm aware, I did. I may have missed like one or two, but I went back a lot of the time, or I edited my comment to add it, because I just sort of rush through, and then I'm just like, and when you're replying on a phone as well, you can't get the chat box out of the way to go proofread the comment that you're replying to is a thing. You can be Christian, I don't care. You can believe in God, ghosts, the fae, the boogeyman, again, I don't care. You can even believe in these con artists if you want to. But I am going to use my freedom of speech on my platform and call a spade a spade. You chose to insert yourself into my comment section with your free speech, and now we're having whatever this is. My faith is between me, myself and I, but I do believe in the paranormal in some capacity. I have had experiences that I cannot explain, and many but not all I've been able to debunk as I've learnt about psychology and specifically the nervous system and PTSD. But you're in your feelings about me finding proof and calling out the men you don't know and very obviously have a parasocial relationship with. That's between you and God. Or maybe a therapist if you're this upset over it, to be honest. Most of this interaction is what you think I mean or said, rather than what I actually did. You might as well be having a conversation with me in your bathroom mirror, and the result would be much the same, minus the engagement you're giving me. Oh, let's just agree to disagree because we're so far apart in the people we are. Yeah, because I actually reflect on my belief systems and I don't just blindly barrel through and do whatever the fuck this is. I'm sorry, but I do judge people like this. I have been through some of the most heinous bullshit you can think of in my life. From day dot, I was in an abusive situation. My dad doesn't want to accept that fact. My mum was not interested in me unless I was being her perfect little doll and plaything, just being quite frank. I was left with some very questionable people that did some very bad things. I'm not going to outright say what that was. I was not safe in any family home I've ever been in, and I was not fully safe until 2020 when I left my ex-husband, and I have done a lot of work and a lot of fighting and a lot of shit. I have had to crawl through the fucking mud of my own mind. I've had to go through the shit not only once the first time, but again and again and again and again and again, because I refuse to be the sort of shit person that hurts other people. I will not be a hurt person that hurts people, and that means I have to do some grueling fucking work on myself. It means I have to analyse every thought I've ever had as to whether that is mine or whether that is crap other people instilled in me. I have to work so much fucking harder than a lot of other people to get half as far because of the crap I have been through. And then you have people like this and like Paranormal Nightmare and worse, either using their trauma as a fucking excuse, other people using their trauma as an excuse, or just being shit people that are like, nah, I'm fine, while being ignorant at best and vile pieces of shit at worst. I don't understand. I do, but I don't understand why someone would be so content in their own suffering, in their own bullshit, in their own stagnancy, that they are fine behaving in such a crap way towards other people. This wasn't meant to be a rant. It turned into one. So I just said, yet again, you've ignored literally everything I said for your own benefit and narrative. And I think that was it. Oh look, there's another one I didn't see. I'm going to tell you something, lady. I've seen a spirit when I was 5 or 6 years old. There may be fake investigators on YouTube, but your channel sucks because you're not showing us anything about how these brothers are fake. If anyone on YouTube is fake, it is your channel. It is not the Foreman brothers. They really tried to help these families. You do nothing but sit on your fat ass and do nothing. Well done, Jay. Well done. Yeah, I may be fat. I am bigger than I would like. I have chronic fatigue and I eat in a calorie deficit to attempt to lose the weight that I cannot lose through exercise because my body physically cannot handle it. But sure. Ableist asshole. Again, how am I fake? Fake of what? What am I faking? And yes, in this video. I'm taking the piss. I am. That's what Wheel of Misfortune is. It's just, I don't have to research shit. I don't have to do shit. We can just react to some shit. That is all it is. And you saw a spirit when you were 5 or 6 years old. I think you saw a spirit when you were 5 or 6 years old. That doesn't mean that you did. And again, with that, I'm not helping people. Prove it. Prove I'm not helping people. Prove I have never helped a person in my life. You can't. But yes, every time I get comments like this, we're going to do a little video like this and we're going to showcase it. And then I'm going to cover the channel again. I covered them sort of recently, but I'm not actually going to do an actual video on Paranormal Nightmare again. I don't think. Have I got one coming up? I don't remember. I don't think so. No, I do not. Every time I get comments like this, we're going to do a little video. I might save some of them up and we'll have a look at a bunch. But this one was a particularly sore spot for people. And I just want to say thank you to all the Parasocial people that got really upset that I covered Paranormal Nightmare, because you boosted my video from the fuck all views I normally get to 903 views. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it, because I don't get upset by my hate comments. I find them fucking hilarious. And actually, you have boosted that Paranormal Nightmare video to my most popular video on my channel ever. So thank you for the hate engagement. So yes, I don't know how to end this video. I would show you Kat. She is right. She's right there. But she's sleeping and she looks adorable and I don't want to disturb her. So, and Bumble is in her basket. So no cat today. I know we've had an influx of cat just lately, but no cat today. I don't know. I cannot wear a cardigan properly or a jumper properly ever, apparently, because it always falls off my shoulder. Yeah, I don't know. Stay mad, I guess. So maybe learn something. Maybe check out my channel just as a concept before projecting your bullshit onto me. But that would require 2 brain cells to rub together and also to actually put in some effort, which is what you claim I don't do. Yet I have proven time and time and time again that I actually do that. I'm gonna toot my own horn. I'm gonna praise myself, which is something I never do. But I have frequent comments from both Beardo and The Shape that they actually like my videos. So I don't give a fuck about the opinion of some parasocial twat thinking that I am stupid, I am fat, I am fake, faking, jealous. What am I jealous of? Whatever, because I have support and they think my content is good from some of the biggest debunkers in the community. I don't know what anybody else's opinion of me is because they haven't told me, but I have the support of Beardo and The Shape. If I was doing something they didn't like or they didn't agree with or it was just bad, they wouldn't be telling me I'm doing a great job. So stay mad. But yeah, I have been Para. This has been a video. I like, subscribe, I guess. These are not my normal sorts of videos, but we normally look at footage, we cover channels, we maybe read an article, whatever. But I felt like being petty today, so we did that. But yes, I have been Para. This has been a video. Consider liking the channel. No, consider liking the video, consider subscribing to the channel. I am back to live streaming now. So here is my schedule and the other content that I make. I am releasing edited versions of my Wheel of Misfortune live streams periodically. So if you can't catch the live stream or you don't want all the fluff in there, then that is a good option for you. I do both stream on Twitch and YouTube, and I do want to take a moment to explain this. YouTube, I really need the watch time. I really do. I need 3,000. I'm going to hit the 500 subs for memberships and all of that way before I hit the watch time. And I need 3,000 hours of watch time and 500 subscribers to be able to be monetized on here. So whether you watch on YouTube or Twitch, I would really appreciate you just like sparing me a browser tab and just lurking on YouTube, because I am pushing Twitch more, I guess, because Twitch gives me a whole host of things that I can do that I just physically cannot do on YouTube. That Twitch has integrations for interaction. You get channel points that you can save up and spend on like cute little sounds or tasks for me to do or things like that. I cannot do that on YouTube. Twitch also has like sound alerts so that you know, when somebody follows or when somebody subscribes or something like that. You know, cute things come up. I have little commands and point redeems for like fun little tombstones and like custom tombstones, and you get an emotional support ghost on your stream. It's like a little random generated thing. I have little clips of the cats that will come up if you type their names into chat and that sort of thing. Like, there's a lot there that I'm building, and I'm constantly changing it. I'm constantly curating it and evolving it to be fun, and I cannot do that on YouTube. Also, Twitch is paying me and YouTube is not. So, I mean, not enough. It's like anything I get is being reimbursed into the channel and I'm not actually getting anything out of it. I also have cute emotes on Twitch as well, which again, I can't have on YouTube. So that is the toss up between the two platforms that I just wanted to explain. I can see the chat on both. The chat is on screen as well, so you will be able to see what is said on both sides of the platforms. So please view on whatever one you would prefer. But if you are viewing on Twitch, please drop me a like on YouTube to help with the watch time. That is basically the be all and end all. And if you are watching on YouTube, you will not get the perks of being able to do the fun stuff that you can do on Twitch. Also, I have a Discord server. Some more people are joining it. It's still very quiet, but it is a good place for me to like ask questions, send updates, that sort of thing. And also YouTube has now done this new quiz thing that I can do in the middle of videos or whatever. So we're trying that. Don't know how that's going to go, but that is a thing we are trying. So I think for the third time, maybe, I have been Para. This has been a video. Like, subscribe. No, don't worry. I've already said all that. I don't need to do it again. I have rambled and ranted and all the things at you for long enough for today. So I will leave you to the rest of your day. I hope it's a good one and I will see you next time. Bye.